As an entrepreneur, I'm sure you have experienced burnout before. In fact, you may even just be in the mindset that burnout is part of being an entrepreneur. If this sounds like you, then you're going to want to stick around for today's video where I share with you how to bounce back from burnout and ultimately how to avoid it altogether. Let's dive right on in. Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly, Doctor of Cause, Chiropractic, board certified in sports medicine, specialized in clinical nutrition. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 3 strategies for bouncing back from burnout fast. Strategy number 1 is quality versus quantity. I wonder what that's all about. Strategy number 2 is the best fuel for recharging. And then strategy number 3 is bodies in motion, stay in motion. And then guys, I've got a bonus one for you, how to avoid burnout altogether. Let's get started. Strategy number 1, quantity versus quality. What in the world am I talking about? I am talking about sleep. Research says that we need 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. But what they're not focusing on is that we need quality of sleep. It's not just about the number of hours that you're spending in bed. So for example, maybe you're someone who could be in bed for 8, 10, hours a night, but you toss and turn all night long. And I'm sure if that's you, then you wake up not really feeling refreshed and ready to take on your day, right? What about the person who maybe only is in bed for 6 hours, but they sleep like a brick, they don't have any awareness of anything else going on, and they wake up ready to take on their day? Now, I'm not saying skimping on sleep is a good idea, but there is an obvious difference. It's about the quality of sleep that we're getting. The person who's getting 6 hours of solid sleep is actually getting to go through all phases of the sleep cycle, which is critically important. That is where real restorative sleep happens. That is where your body can repair itself, where your brain finishes processing everything that happened during the day, which plays into your memory. It's also where our brain will detox itself from everything it was exposed to during the day. Your immune system kicks into gear. That is where the body really just restores itself. So if you're not getting enough quality sleep, there's no way that you're going to be setting yourself up to avoid burnout. Now, I want to share with you 3 of my key sleep hacks. The first one is you should try to go to bed and wake up at the same exact time every single day, even on your days off. Now, why is this? We are creatures of habit and routine. If you go to bed at the same time and you wake up at the same time every single day, your body already kind of gets into that rhythm. In fact, I'm sure you have experienced the annoyance of waking up early on a day off because you were hoping to sleep in. But your body knows that, hey, it's 6 a.m. This is when we normally wake up. If you set yourself up for that to just be your reality, it is going to help you be able to have better quality of sleep at night. Sleep hack number 2 is how do you figure out the best time to go to bed? I would suggest working in reverse. What do I mean by that? To find the best, ideal time for you to go to bed, you got to start by when you have to wake up the next day on one of the days that's not your day off. So say you have to wake up at 6 a.m. The key is start at 6 a.m. and count backwards by 90-minute intervals. 90 minutes is the length of your average sleep cycle. So once you kind of figure out where that sweet spot is for your bedtime, buffer that with 15 additional minutes. Research says that it takes on average about 15 minutes for the average human to fall asleep. Okay. So now you know that is your bedtime based off of when you need to wake up. And sleep hack number 3 is you need to create a sleep routine. The last 30 minutes before you go to bed is known as sleep hygiene. And what you do in those 30 minutes matters. It can totally set you up for success and having better quality of sleep, or it can set you up for a night where you're going to toss and turn all night long. So what are the things that we want to do during these last 30 minutes? Well, one of the best things to do is to get unplugged. Now, if you look at what research and science says, they suggest that you actually get unplugged from all forms of technology 2 hours before you go to bed. I don't know about you, but I think most people are not capable of 2 hours. So let's try at least for the 30-minute window. It will totally change your life, I promise. Another thing you can do during this time frame is to dim the lights. You see, we are exposed to so much artificial light anymore that it keeps our body from producing the hormone melatonin. Melatonin helps to make us feel sleepy, and our body does this based off of light. If we have all this artificial bright light around us, our body is not going to be producing melatonin at the levels it should, which won't have us feeling sleepy at the time we need to go to bed. So dim your lights, get off of technology, and then start just doing things that relax you and soothe you. Maybe it's reading a great story in an actual book, not on your technological device, right? Maybe it's doing a little bit of meditation, relaxation methods. Maybe it's just crawling into bed and cuddling with your loved ones. Whatever that is for you, add that in and make your sleep routine the same every single night. What that does is it tips off to the brain, hey, sleep is coming. I need you to start winding down. Okay, I totally have to know. Do you get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night? Let me know down in the comments below if you wake up feeling refreshed and restored, if you're a tosser or a turner, or if you feel like you sleep like a brick. I am so wanting to know. So just let me know in the comments down below. Strategy number 2, the best fuel for recharging. What your body needs now when you're in the midst of recovering from burnout is everything that you could give your body to boost brain power and to stimulate your immune system, give it all it needs to help you fight the good fight and get you back on your toes. So what in the world is this? Well, I can tell you what it's not. It's not sugar, and it's not anything that's refined or processed, prepackaged, all the stuff we know that it's really bad for us that might be more convenient for us to grab because, we're kind of worn out, not feeling like doing much of anything. Those are the worst things you could be putting into your system if you want to bounce back from burnout fast. What you need to add back into your life is more of those healthy, good fats. The ones that come from like your grass-fed butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, nuts and seeds. Add more of those in. Those are powerhouses for boosting your brain power. Then we want to make sure we're getting clean proteins, not massive amounts, moderate amounts of clean proteins, and lots of veggies. Yes, you need to eat your greens, you need to eat your veggies. Those little gems have so many different what are known as phytonutrients that feed your body what it needs in order to recover. And in addition to this, you need to make sure that you're hydrating properly. Half of your body weight in ounces per day is about what you should be drinking, but no more than 3 quarts, which means no more than 96 ounces. So figure out what your weight is, divide it in half. That's how many ounces you should be drinking, but no more than 96 ounces. Okay. Hydration is key for helping you have enough energy, for helping you have mental clarity and focus and concentration. Add that in. That'll totally help boost you back to where you were before you totally crashed and burned. And then the key is to keep this going, right? Now, before I get into strategy number 3 on bodies in motion, stay in motion, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel down below and turn those notifications on. That way you don't miss out on a future episode. I am regularly producing videos around dealing with burnout, how to have better brain health, which helps with focus, concentration, memory, how to have high levels of energy, and everything that has to do with what I like to call achieving total body mastery. So make sure you click that subscribe button down below and turn those notifications on. Awesome. Okay, strategy number 3, bodies in motion, stay in motion. Now, what in the world am I talking about here? We are meant to be dynamic beings. Sitting in front of a desk, in front of a computer, working for hours on end is not how we were designed. And our health really starts to suffer from living that type of life. In fact, years ago, research came out and announced that sitting was worse for you than smoking. I don't know if you've heard that, but it's true. It's awful for you. And not too long ago, they kind of came out and said, hey, by the way, for all of you people that just now stand at your desk all day long, standing is really not that much better for you. Now what do? Well, they missed the key variable in all of this. It's not what position you're in all day long. It's the fact that you're not moving all day long. So as an entrepreneur and being tied to a computer or, lots of meetings, whatever you're doing, if you're not moving, there's no way you're going to bounce back from burnout whatsoever. It is key for everything related to your health. Your circulation does not work if you're not moving properly. Circulation, guys, yeah, it's your blood. It's your lifeblood, literally. It's what delivers all the oxygen to every single cell in your body. It brings all the nutrients to your body that it needs in order to function at a high level. And guess what? Regardless on if you're moving or not, every single cell in your body is producing waste. And the only way that waste is going to get removed is through movement. So you have to move. Well, what do you do if you're stuck at a desk, having to work in front of, a computer long hours to try to get what it is you love doing out to the world? My trick that I share with all of my patients is you need to invest in the proper tool for sitting. No, I'm not talking about an expensive ergonomic chair either. In fact, I wouldn't spend a penny on an ergonomic chair. What is the best investment that keeps you moving, even though it's subtle, is an exercise ball. They come in many different sizes. So the key is you want to find a ball that is proper for your height. It shows you right on the box. You can get balls from everywhere, whether it's Walmart, Target, Dick's, all the sporting goods stores, they all have them. You can also get them online, super easy. This trick works like magic. So think about it. You're sitting for long hours and you're trying to maintain proper posture, and all of a sudden you slouch. Why do we slouch? It's not because you're choosing to be lazy. It's because in order to maintain proper posture, your muscles actually have to do work. Well, our muscular system was not designed to sit for hours on end and just contract and hold us in that position. So what happens is they start to fatigue. So you start to slouch because it changes where your weight is being distributed. It distributes your weight through your joints. Your joints are not meant to carry all of your weight. Your muscles are. But your muscles are tired. They can't sit for hours like you are asking them to do and hold you in a proper posture. So you slouch because the muscles don't have to work as hard from this position. So where an ergonomic chair has created benefit for people is it doesn't allow you to slouch at a significant amount. Okay, it decreases how much you're slouching. But here's the thing. your muscles are still slacking and you're not moving. When your muscles are slacking, it allows for all kinds of different things to start happening with joints and things get moving. And now, while moving in inappropriate ways, now you start ending up with stiffness and back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, all of this. You can simply fix that by sitting on a ball. When you sit on a ball, in order to stay on it, you have to have proper posture, which means your muscles have to do their job. You cannot slouch on a ball and stay on it. Okay. So one thing that helps with overall just health and well-being is making sure the muscles are still doing their job. When you sit on a ball and maintain proper posture, that's happening. And none of this extra stress is being put through joints that are not designed to take that stress. But there's something also awesome about sitting on a ball. It allows for more movement than with you sitting in a chair. Just that subtle little bit of movement is going to help blood flow and circulation and being able to deliver nutrients and remove those waste products that your body is creating all day long. It's also really good for your low back. Your joints, all the cartilage that sits inside of your joints and in your spine, those are your discs. They don't have a direct blood supply. None of them do. So in order to get their nutrients, they need movement. They're like a sponge. So if you think about it as each one of those discs being a sponge, how mobile and awesome do you feel if those sponges are totally dried out? Not very good. But then think of it this way. Okay, so you throw your sponge into the sink, it sucks up a bunch of water, but there's no exchange between the water that's in the sponge and the water that's in the sink. You have to physically move it. That's exactly how the cartilage works in between all of your joints and definitely the discs that are in your spine. So the ball creates a little bit of ability to move more. So you're strengthening your muscles while you're sitting there, and you're moving at least some compared to what you would if you're sitting in a chair, which helps keep everything else healthy. Okay, that is key. Movement is key. Also, take more frequent breaks when you're sitting at your desk. Believe it or not, you'll be more productive if you take about a 10-minute break every hour. Go outside, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, move around, march in place, shake your legs, shake your arms, just wake your body back up. You will feel so much more alert and focused and get so much more done. Okay, it's time for your bonus. How do you avoid burnout altogether? Well, all of these strategies I just shared with you, you don't just do this when you're recovering from burnout. This becomes your new way of life. You do this on a regular basis. This becomes your new routine. Think of it as if you're training for a marathon. You just wouldn't simply show up at the race day expecting to complete the marathon. And even if you were able to complete the marathon, you wouldn't expect to feel amazing at the end of it. It takes work and training. Everyday living life, you implement these strategies in so that becomes your training. You're training exactly the way you're trying to perform on race day, okay? If you do that, you will severely reduce any potential of actually ending up with burnout at the end result, okay? Also, create some awareness about what you're feeling when you're burnt out and share those with your friends or your family, because I guarantee you they will notice you starting to act differently or complain about certain things or move differently before you even pick up on it. So that is the key for avoiding burnout altogether. If you'd like to know how more specifically I help my patients be able to combat burnout altogether, then just look down in the description. There's a link there. I am giving you free access to my quick start guide for combating burnout ebook. So click that link down below in the description. It will give you immediate access and you can take this whole process and just amplify it and never have to deal with burnout again. I appreciate you greatly. Thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And until then, here's to being healthy. God bless.